All right, this video is going to help with basic operations for matrices. It's 4.4 in business applications. Okay, so we're here and you can see this first definition here for matrix addition. The rule is you have to have the same size of matrices in order to add or subtract, because you add each spot or subtract each spot straight across. So if you have a 2 by 2, you must have a 2 by 2, right? And you could just add or subtract. So pretty easy to add or subtract a matrice. They just have to be super perfect and pretty to, exactly the same to be able to add or subtract. We could also do multiplication of a non-zero constant. So basically we can scale a matrices up or down by multiplying every single number in a matrix by a value. You can't do zero because 0 times anything is 0, and you'll turn them all into 0. So that's illegal, but you can multiply by a number outside all the way through. Matrix multiplication, we will have to show the steps because this definition is a little tricky, but you do have to start with, I'm just going to show it when we get to those. So let's look at the plus, the add, subtract, and do a couple of these. So right now, when I'm looking at this one, it is a 3 by 3 and a 3 by 3. So we can add. If you couldn't, you just say not possible or something like that. So we're going to say equals here. And the answer will be a 3 by 3. And we just go, okay, 7 and 8 make 15. 3 and 3 make 6. 9 and -4 make +5. -7 and 2 make positive -5. 2 and -1 make 1. 4 and -3 make 1. -3 and 7 make what? 4. 5 and 10 make 15, and 0 and -7 make -7. That's it. So add subtraction is pretty easy. So problem 2, I'm going to skip because it's just add straight across again. I don't know what there we go. I was like, I don't know what I clicked on. Okay, this one here for problem 3. Look at this one. Can I add those? No, because it's a 2 by 1 and a 1 by 2. So not possible. I don't know. You could do a little symbol for, nope. That doesn't look very good. Looks more like that. Not possible. However you want to write that answer. Let's do one that's a subtraction. So basically you could do this 2 ways. You're doing like 7 minus -3, right? Or you could think of this as changing that to a positive and changing the sign of all of these and adding it. Either way works. Okay. So if I looked at it, I can think of -7 minus a -3. So this is going to be a 4 by 4 or 2 by 4, excuse me, with 4 spots. So 7 plus is what, 10? So 7 plus 3 is 10. -2 minus 5 is going to be -7 over here. -5 and minus -3 becomes a plus. So what? -2, and -4 minus -4 is -8. So you could change those signs pretty easy, and you just go straight across this one minus this one and so forth. Okay, done with all these minuses and pluses. They're pretty easy. Skip to number 7. 7 is a scalar multiplication, so it's just multiply everything by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24, and it's negative. Oops, forgot the negative. And 3 times 5 is 15. All right. And 8, 9. Okay, 9 is the first one that is straight multiplication. So this will be what takes you some time on this homework. So multiplication works like this. We have this first matrix that is a 2 by 2, and the second one is a 2 by 2. This middle, so row versus and column, so 2 by 2. So that's the number of columns versus the number of rows has to match. And that's what it's trying to say in those words. And then this one and this one are the size of the answer. So if those middle 2 row and column, or column and row, said it backward, column and row, if they don't match, you can't do multiplication. Okay. So it's a little bit different. The way this goes is you multiply a row against a column to get one solution. That would be our size of our answer is a 2 by 2. Let me write it down here, 2 by 2. And the answer would be this spot right here. Okay, so row, right, column, you multiply, add them together, and that becomes one answer. Totally tricky. So let's do the ones that are highlighted. We would do it like, I'm going to write it over here just so we have it for the notes. 1 times 1, right? So 1 times 1 plus -5 times 4 plus -5 times 4. We calculate this out. So 1 times 1 is 1, minus 20 is -19. That's the answer we're looking for here. So kind of strange. Let me erase this so we can look at the next term. I didn't know. Okay, there it goes. I was like, I want you to erase all. All right, so then let's look at that next term. So then we're going to go row against the second column to get this solution right here. So let's do that. So we'll go 1 times 7 plus -5 times -2. So 1 times 7 is 7. A negative times a negative is a positive 10. So I got 17. All right, next one will be the bottom row now times the first one will be this solution here. So bottom row against the other column. Okay, so -2 times 1 plus 4 times 4. So that's going to be -2 plus 16. And I get what, 14. Okay, and then the last one is going to be the row, last column, gets me this last solution right here. So last one would go -2 times 7 plus 4 times -2. And -2 times 7 is -14. And then added to -8. 8. Is that 22? So -22. All right, can you kind of see the pattern? It's a little bit harder. So let's look at another one. So we're done with that one. This is the solution right here. Okay, that's our answer. As long as I didn't do any little mistakes. If I did, oh well, life goes on. Correct it for me. Just kidding. Okay, number 10. Oof, that's a lot. Let's just look at, can we do number 10? So it is a 3 by 3 and a 3 by 3. So these match. So we're good, right? And the answer is a 3 by 3. It's just a lot of work because you're going to do row times the column, times the column, times the column. Then you'll do second row times the column, times the column, times the column. And then you'll do third row times the column, times the column, times the column. That's a lot. And then add, so we're going to skip actually doing that one. Okay, so 11 has 2 processes. It says, okay, first you have to scale them by multiplying, then you can multiply the 2 together. So you have 2 steps there. Let's look at, they give a ton of these problems. We're only going to do like maybe a couple more. Let's look at 12. This is a 3 by 2. And the second one is a 2 by 1. Can I multiply those? I can, because the middle matches and it'll become a 3 by 1 is our solution. So I'll just do the answer over here. 3 by 1 looks something like this with just 3 answers. So let's do this one. So we start here, first row, first column, right? And we'll multiply that. 1 times 3 plus -2 times -5. So that's going to give me 3 plus, it's a negative times a negative, so it's positive. So I get 13. Okay, next one. This one times this one is going to give me 0 times 3 plus 4 times -5. That's going to be 0 minus 20, so just -20. And the last one here will be this last one times here, 5 times 3 plus -1 times -5 is going to give me 15 plus 5, which is just 20. And this seems weird, but you can actually, we have some business applications to this coming soon. And what's cool is you can program. I am not that good at programming it in Excel and in other programs that would calculate this for you, where you could have some business connotations to it. Okay, I think those are the last 2 problems. Let's just decide if we could multiply them. So 13 is a 2 by 2. Oh, by 1. Oops. 2 by 1, right? 2 by 1, and then a 3 by 2. Can I multiply these? No. Nope. Because, I mean, if you think about our process, it would be this one times this. They don't match. So no, we can't do this. So can't do. And this last one, we've already done a 2 by 2, but so we could do it. This one is a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2. So yes, we can do that last one. This one's pretty easy because it has zeros and ones. All right. So that's how you can multiply matrices and add, subtract, and so forth.